Tell me about working out here at Proactive. What's that been like for you?
It's been great. It's actually very convenient for myself because I live like 15 minutes away. I grew up down the street, so very cool to be back here, work out with Don, work out with such a great group of guys, and we all push each other to get better, so it's been great.
What are some of the things you're working on here specifically?
Some of the things I'm working on is just getting overall better at my game. I think, every offseason, guys just, try to get better. I think me, as far as specifics, my shooting, trying to get that as consistent as possible. And my defensive ability to move laterally, I think, is something that I've also been really putting an emphasis on.
Obviously, Don McClain knows your game well. You're one of the great players at UCLA, and he's called a lot of your games. What is that like, having a guy who knows you so well in and out?
It's been great. We've had a great relationship. I got to know him pretty well over the past 4 years. So to be able to finally, work out with him and train with him is really cool. Again, we're both from the same area, so it's pretty cool to be in the same area again, and coming back at this stage in our lives to work with one another. And he's been great so far.
I've heard you've been here for a while working out. Who are the people that you've seen coming in and out of this gym? And you had any chance to kind of brush up against some NBA guys here?
Some of the guys that, just off the top of my head, CP3 was in here the other day. Paul George. We got Juan Toscano Anderson who's working out behind me. I got to talk to him a bunch. So yeah, those are some of the guys that I've seen. Davion Mitchell, been here every day. Kobe White, just guys like that.
What have you noticed about, the way that these guys work, compared to, what you've seen in college?
I think it's just a lot more, there's a lot more professionalism, I guess. You really have nothing else to do but basketball. So I think there's an opportunity to take it there a lot more serious. I know in college you have to worry about school and a lot of other things as well, but here it's just working on basketball, taking care of your body, and doing all the little things that are going to help to make you great.
I mean, you've played in so many big games in college. We've seen you pretty much at every level. What can you show NBA teams, in the pre-draft setting that they might not already know about you?
I think maybe my playmaking ability, my ability to pass the ball, I think sometimes can be overlooked just because of how often I was used as a scorer. At UCLA, I think being able to pass the ball is a big attribute, and at the next level, knowing when to do it and knowing when to pass, when to shoot, when to dribble, all those things I think are very important at the next level, and I'm hoping to showcase that moving forward.
We've seen you play a lot of different roles, at UCLA, being more of a complimentary guy early on, and then, being pretty much like the number one option this past season. How is that going to help your transition to the NBA, and what's that going to be like for you? Probably taking a step backwards, not being the guy that pretty much every play is called for, right off the bat.
I think, like you said, I've had a lot of experience at UCLA. I've played a lot of different roles, so whatever my next role is, I think I'm going to be very comfortable adjusting to whatever that is, just because of my experience playing at UCLA and playing in so many different roles and so many different ways. And I think that's going to give me an advantage going to the next level. And I'm excited to see where that goes.
Any players that you've been studying, as you prepare to make this transition, guys that you look at and say, maybe I can, try and play a similar type of role early on in my career?
One guy, I've been saying this for a while now, Jimmy Butler's been my favorite guy. I just really love the way he plays. I think Josh Hart is another guy that I look at and I see I can, maybe play a similar role. Just guys that impact winning in a really great way.
How good of a shooter are you? It feels like that's, one of the things that NBA people question about you. They love your defense, they love your playmaking, they love the way you contribute to winning. But they say, okay, you shot, 20 something, whatever percent for three this year. Is he going to be able to stretch the floor enough, not being a guy that the whole offense runs through?
My answer to that would be, I think I can shoot the ball pretty well, and I think I can shoot it efficiently, especially at the next level. I will have to answer that question just because I didn't shoot the ball the way I wanted to last year, and I'm going to have to deal with those consequences, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'm very confident in my ability to shoot, I think. Going forward, I'm just going to have to prove that, and that's what I'm willing to do.
How much upside do you have? So much of this NBA draft conversation is, upside and upside and upside, what are your thoughts on that? And, do people kind of overlooked like guys at times? You were like seniors who have like, scored over 2,000 points in their career.
I mean, I hope not. I feel like I'm still pretty young, 22. I don't think I've reached my full potential yet. I hope they don't think that. So I think I still got a lot of room to grow each year. I feel like I've gotten better, and I hope to continue that trend going on into the NBA. I think I can constantly improve every single year. And I don't think that's going to change moving forward. So I don't think I've, reached my max yet. I think I still got a lot of room to grow and a lot of room to get better.
Where does your toughness come from?
I think my toughness comes from just the way I was brought up in life. My dad always told me that everything in this life you have to earn. It's never going to be given to you. And, I took that to heart, and I take that with me into the way I play.
Great stuff, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.